of atonement, solidarity, and conscience called the Karwan-e-Mohabbat, or Caravan of Love, to families of those hit by hate attacks and lynching across India, and the journey continues. Once again, this rather audacious enterprise built on an alternative politics of love has been supported by hundreds of people, many of whom I did not know and who now have become beloved comrades, with their money, time, solidarity, and faith. Much of the text of this book has appeared in some form in my articles, mainly for Scroll, the Indian Express, The Wire, Hindustan Times, and the Economic and Political Weekly. I am grateful to the editors of each of these journals, Naresh Fernandes, Raj Kamal Jha, Vandita Mishra, Siddharth Vardarajan, M.K. Venu, Siddharth Bhatia, Lalita Panikar, Kumkum Das Gupta, Ram Manohar Reddy, Paranjoy Guha Thakurta, Kalpana Sharma, for creating and nurturing spaces even in difficult times for dissenting voices like mine. To my editors for this book, from Penguin, Meru Gokhale and Manasi Subramaniam, I offer a very warm and special thanks. They handled my long, intense, and possibly politically fraught manuscript replete, I am sure, with many failings, with very special care, understanding, and patience, and we became friends as we journeyed together with the many rewritings of the book. I am grateful to my young colleague Shruti Iyer for her painstaking, generous, and patient support with the detailed referencing for the book, and to Anirban Bhattacharya for his research advice. I am grateful to poets Hafiz Ahmad and Jhilmil Breckenridge for permission to use their poetry for this volume. They all brought to bear their many strengths to my imperfect text. The responsibility for the flaws that endure remains with me. Prologue. Junaid, my son. Hafiz Junaid was my son. I did not know him when he lived, but in his death, in the way he died, I mourn him like a son. His dreams were unfamiliar to my agnostic world. He wanted to become a scholar and teacher of the Quran, and perhaps one day an imam. For this, from the age of 6, he was sent to study in a madrasa in neighboring Nuh, Haryana. He was a sincere and bright student who had memorized the Quran, all 80,000 words of the holy text. He was declared a Hafiz in recognition of this achievement. Hafiz in Arabic means one who remembers, but also one who is a custodian of the sacred words of the Quran. In other ways, Junaid was like any other boy of his age. His friends recall that he was fond of flying kites, playing marbles, and most of all cricket. He was an all-rounder, best in batting, best in bowling, best in fielding, one of his friends fondly recalls. He wanted to buy a second-hand bike one day. He loved to bathe in the village pond. He did not use swear words and liked new clothes and perfumes. He would return to his home only once a year, during the month of Ramzan. The Ramzan of 2017, he proudly recited the entire Quran from memory, to pious gatherings of his own village over 20 days. He had completed this recitation of the Quran one day before he was to die. In appreciation, the villagers had made small offerings of money to him. His father added his contribution, and with a total sum of rupees 1,500, he set out with his brothers to the old city of Delhi to purchase new clothes, prayer mats, and some gifts. He wore jeans, unusual for him, for a shopping adventure to the big city. But he also wore a skull cap on his head. This was to be his fatal undoing. I travelled with a band of my friends to his village Khandavali in Faridabad district of Haryana. We felt compelled to say to his bereaved family that we grieved with them after Junaid's brutal lynching. We knew that these words may mean little to a family